So lately, I have been obsessed with Poshmark. I have a lot of items up for sale, and I've used them for like probably 10 years, maybe, or something. But recently, I was just browsing because, I love thrifting, I love vintage, and I found some really epic pieces. So, actually, a hot tip, I wear glasses, and if you want to find designer frames for like super inexpensive compared to in store, plus they're vintage and, have a way cooler edge. So, like, for example, these I got, how sick are these cat eye Oliver Peoples in perfect condition. I got them for like, I think $55. And then I got these, which I'm obsessed with. Vintage Fendi. I also got these for, 50 something dollars. Of course, I have to put my prescription in, which I have a place that I go to that it should be under $50 or less to do that. Then I found these again for around $50. How cool are these? Never worn, by this brand called Clone, which I haven't ever heard of, but these are like sick, right? And really good quality too. This is wood. These are all real metal. I mean, there's a little bit of glue. You can see that that's okay. But I tried them on. They're pretty comfortable. Then I found this seller who has a ton of cool vintage stuff. I found this amazing contrast stitch skirt. I'm going to wash all of this, by the way. I like to wash or steam anything that I get. And this really lovely printed, I guess, 90s skirt. This vintage Gap. I love the print. How cool is that? And then there's, some velvet on the top. Then this dress I'm obsessed with. I tried it on. It basically fits. Then this dress I'm obsessed with. It basically fits perfectly. Except, in this area across the chest. I don't know how I'm going to make it work, but I will. I'm just in love with this dress. And I am a little bummed because, when I thrift, I can find things for super cheap, like $6, $5, whatever. Each one of these averaged around 20, and in total, this order was like 100. But I think it's well worth it because, these are super cool, quality, unique pieces. So that's my haul. And like I said, I want to, wash or steam most of them, but definitely vintage, thrifting, circular stuff is the way. It's just so much more interesting and unique,